Good afternoon and welcome to the May layout update for the Cresson, Shurs, and Leverington. As you may have noticed in the opening clip and the lack of shaky cam action, I have actually bought a tripod and a mount, so that's going to bring a few new things to the channel. Hopefully it will bring more running videos, just operating sessions, since now I can, have the controller in my hand and also record video. It will also help me bring you some maybe how-to videos or just more clips of how I'm actually building my model railroad. I think the first project that I'm going to do in that format is my catenary poles. I've got the proper size little styrene I-beams in the mail. They should be here tomorrow. So I'm going to put together a video on how exactly I do them, and hopefully I'll be able to share that with you. Things that have changed since the last video. I've been continuing to work on the station area here. I had to do some touch-up on the road, and then the paint wasn't quite the right color. I'm going to work on maybe some weathering techniques to get it still black but a little more gray, like some really nice worn-out asphalt. I have continued to sort of build this podium for the station. I'm going to add some weathering and some cracks to what's supposed to just be a big slab of concrete. I'm pretty happy with the way that this is coming together overall. I could be happier with it, but hopefully adding some detail there will improve that scene. The big progress has been down here. I got some roads in, and especially for this neighborhood. Right here, that's pretty much how that's going to be. I need to add more paint and do some weathering on that road, and in the same order as the I-beams for the catenary supports, I also have more retaining wall material because I am now totally out of that corrugated sheet styrene, and I've got several new retaining walls I have to add, including in front of and behind those houses. On this new little hill portion I've added here, I was looking at some photos of the area sort of along the right-of-way, and there is a space in between Manayunk and Wissahickon stations where the neighborhood is actually above the right-of-way, and there's a retaining wall that goes right up to the right-of-way. I thought that would be a cool thing to model. And eventually I'm going to add a couple more houses. I have more of these kits, so I'm going to build them and add another little neighborhood up here where the road is kind of off layout this way. I have begun doing basic scenery work in here after I got the sculpt-a-mold in. And I have begun doing scenery work on the back by the yard. Long term, that's not going to be really fancy. I'm just going to put some grass, some trees, really kind of keep it simple, because the tracks behind the yard are not a scenic area. It's not something I want to draw people's eyes to. I'm going to try to do a little tree line kind of in here, just get some sort of scenic break, because I can't take the trains off the layout at any point, like sending them down to staging. So I'm trying to create a few areas where you kind of lose track of the train for a second to make it seem like they're not just obviously going in a circle, which obviously they are. The other thing I've been able to do, and I'm pretty happy with the result, is I've been able to get a bridge in back there. That's a Kato Unitrack single-track bridge from my very first layout. And the piers, let me see if I can zoom in. Sorry for the grainy. Those piers are offcuts from when I was doing the bridge piers for that bridge over there, because they came in a 2-pack of double-track bridge piers, and I only needed single-track bridge piers, so when I cut them down, I had this lovely leftover block, which I've used as the base for that bridge. It looks okay, and that's really all I needed it to look. As for what else is new on the layout, we'll be back in a second. And here's the other thing new on the layout. 3 new 55-ton hoppers. I've got one Lehigh Valley, a Reading hopper that I didn't already have. I think I have practically that whole set from Atlas now, and another Lehigh Valley hopper. I'm not sure how many more 55-ton hoppers I'm going to buy, but probably a couple more to complete this train. I I think my plan long term is to make a separate train of 90-ton hoppers and have them be empties. So we'll see. I'll just kind of collect them, as money and availability allows. I'm probably going to get some other non-Reading hoppers. I'd like to get some Jersey Central, in particular, possibly a Western Maryland hopper. I think that would really kind of flesh out this unit coal train and make it look prototypical. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll leave you with this shot of the MP15 switching out a furniture warehouse in Manayunk. Bye.